I had a customer ask me to install a backup camera to their Jeep Wrangler 2-door. The thing that a lot of people don't do is they don't take the time to leave the wires completely insulated or route them in ways to where they're not going to get pinched. Like I have it secured here, have it secured up underneath, using wire tight connectors for the backup camera to attach to the reverse signal from the reverse light, and then have the wire run all the way up to the front, and it's all secured to the factory wiring, so it can't be seen. The question will ask, well, where did you run the wires? Well, they're all tucked away hidden. You should never have a problem because they're run with the factory wires. Just a little something to do, try and improve quality of wiring. So I'll go around to the front and I'll show you what other people have already done wiring wise. So from looking at the front, you see you have the two lights there plus a winch. Then you have the lights up on top. Then you have all of this mess. And what happens with this mess is the customer is experiencing a battery draw issue where when he lets this thing sit, the battery just goes dead. So we're going to see what we can do to try and clean some of this mess up and make it to where his battery isn't dead every time he lets it sit for more than a couple of days. So I have the doors open on the Jeep. You can see the key isn't in the ignition, but there's power on his switches. So that's probably one of the reasons why it's going dead. And then at some point, somebody had put an aftermarket alarm on it. He's requested I remove that. So that may go away before this is all done. So once I have some wiring cleaned up and working the way it should, I'll come back. This is some more of the hacked up wiring inside of this Jeep Wrangler. Somebody had added either a remote start or a security system or something, and that is how they tied everything in, just taped up and hooked up with electrical tape and kind of bare wire pushed through wire that they bared. So we'll get this all fixed up and I'll show you that in a little bit. Alright, so I depinned it so I could go ahead and put heat shrink over all the spots where they had just bared the wire and twisted the cables around it, but got that done. So now I'm gonna tape everything up and make it look almost back to OEM quality. Alright, so just about have the wiring wrapped up. So we've got our fuse tap now for our trigger on, so that when the key switch comes on, that's when the switches will be powered up, and then you'll be able to turn on the accessory lights. Relays, all the wiring nice and neat, secured, all loomed up. So one's for the other side, they're all loomed up. All the ground wires are to a chassis ground now. So I still have to finish securing the harnesses up underneath the dash there, but I still have one more wire to run for the backup camera. As you can see, the switches are off. Turn the key switch on. So, and that's what turns on the switches here, and then you turn on the switches and it'll turn on the relays and turn on your lights. See? So, but after all the cleanup, there's a big pile. I'll show you a picture of the pile of wires removed.